You remember what they're doing. I remember what they're doing.
Bob Cheeks was arrested at the opening of Harbor Place. It wasn't the first time, and it probably will not be the last time that one of his demonstrations leads to arrest. Many City Hall politicians and officials say he's abrasive, rude, and irritating in his pursuit of welfare rights, rent control, or even hot water for public housing tenants. But for some, the former semi-pro football player has become a symbol for the city's poor as director of the Welfare Rights Organization. Bob Cheeks lives in Midtown Baltimore in a 15-story high-rise, complete with swimming pool. His 11th floor apartment is also an office for the Welfare Rights Organization. Cheeks earns $145 a week as director. His rent is $300 a month.
I make it because I don't buy clothing. I haven't bought any clothing and not even a pair of shoes in 5 years.
Bob Cheeks first broke into the news in 1978 out here at the O'Donnell Heights housing project. The tenants here were upset with the condition of the apartments. He helped them organize a rent strike, one that was upheld by Judge Robert Bell.
I thought that he had a singleness of purpose. He also was very effective in organizing people to accomplish the result which he sought. So I think he's an especially efficient and effective community leader.
That opinion is shared by many people in O'Donnell Heights, some of whom are still paying their rent into a special account while they wait for repairs to their apartments.
When you tell them how to do things, some of them do.
No, I'm talking about when people don't...
2 weeks ago, Cheeks was at another housing project where tenants were without hot water because maintenance workers had walked out. He was trying to get the tenants to demonstrate at Harbor Place. Rent strikes, rent control, food stamp cuts, police brutality. If there's a controversy, Cheeks is often in the middle of it.
He's got to learn to make clear, I think, those connections between the various issues and stuff. He finds the right issues, there's no question. That he's been courageous oftentimes when speaking to issues that other people haven't talked about.
Ralph Moore has known Cheeks for a few years. The two originally worked together on rent control. But Moore says they fell out over the leftists who work with Cheeks.
The white leftists have come in, they have been supportive. I don't think anybody has a right to tell poor people who to hook up with to throw off the yoke of oppression.
Even though he uses leftist jargon like yoke of oppression, Cheeks says he isn't guided by any particular ideology and that he belongs only to the Democratic Party. However, he says he does want to see some changes in this country.
I want to see this country either do what it says that it was built on, or this country stand responsible.
Cheeks says he believes Baltimore is growing ripe for a rebellion. He doesn't use the word riot because he says that's something that's spontaneous and uncontrolled. But whatever the word, Cheeks says his group is not encouraging physical violence.
We are not ever into the mindset of fomenting a physical confrontation. We will physically, and I will physically confront our police department, the city administration, or the state government, because that's the way I personally and politically feel it has to be confronted. And there are many other people who feel that way. But we are not about to say to a bunch of people, pick up the gun and go fight. That is impractical.
Bob Cheeks, unheard of 2 years ago, emerging since from inner city obscurity to speak for the poor. His voice is loud, at times abusive. The question is, who is listening? Frances Harden on the scene in Baltimore.